It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on Najee Harris, closing in on 1,000 yards rushing on the year.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here come the Steelers for the first time in this game with their free agent signing at quarterback, the former #2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Yeah, that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Trubisky.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Trubisky.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one. Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 and 3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jalen Armour-Davis.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing here, Trubisky. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know and often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steelers ready for their next possession. And they are back to 500 on the year. Got the win last weekend. And it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And some room to work. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
This defense for the Steelers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Jackson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time
second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The Ravens at 9-3 here on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. 7-7, our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. To throw is Jackson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Third and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Demir Bird from 10 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris.
So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14, coming up tonight, we got a good one in the AFC West. Get the Parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid InPower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night, you can turn those Parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8th.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay
with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. First and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers.
At their own 25-yard line. Here's Trubisky. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky.
That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Harris running straight ahead, and he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Agnew now to return. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. This offense returns to the field led by Devin Duvernay at wide receiver. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Trubisky. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Holding, offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now it's Trubisky.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
On the return, here's Agnew. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff in Baltimore.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Next, they look at the...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter as this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half. Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Second and 2.
Here's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Again, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Walker.
Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. And quickly they get to the line.
Walker once more. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
They get this out quickly to the left side. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. First and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers at their 25-yard line. Play action. It's Trubisky. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 46. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the 41, Trubisky. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On the delay, here's Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They go play action. Trubisky. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson from 13 yards out. And the Steelers get a bit closer. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
To the right side, this is Walker.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And that's a good run, and I know he went out of bounds, so we can nitpick a little bit here and get on him and say, hey, make sure you stay in bounds, keep the clock running. But this stage of the game, Brandon, that's not really uppermost in his mind. He just wants to take care of the football and gain yardage.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of comfort there with it not just being a one-score game, so not too nitpicky. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one at this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
David Ajabo
coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Again, Walker, and he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage, and we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
They'll try and run, Walker.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Kenneth Walker
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from the rookie, Ken Walker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from the rookie, Kenneth Walker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. To throw again on second down. Trubisky. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division.